You gotta love Louisiana weather. One day it's bone dry and the next day it's flood and rain. About a week ago it was bone dry. You had dust everywhere on the roads. It was all dusty and you're able to do some dirt work. And now, about 4 days ago, got about a little over 6 inches of rain. And I mean, it's just great, you know. Can't drive down any of the roads. It's all wet everywhere. Pipes were running over, levees were blowing out. I mean, it was just like the perfect storm. And so you would think after getting 6 inches of rain, it would be dry for a little while. Well, the next day after, nice sunny, beautiful weather like this, like today. And so I was like, oh, well, maybe it'll be dry for the next week. Maybe I'll be able to go do some plowing, get something done. Well, joke on me. The day after that, ends up raining another 1.5 inches. And so that was nice. And I was like, well, maybe that'll be it. Well, yesterday, we got about another 1/2 inch. And difference was this 1/2 inch of rain, it was very cloudy weather, and it was a slow drizzle all day long. It wasn't just a short rain and then the sun came out. No, the sun did not come out. And so now we're messing with muddy roads everywhere. It's sloppy, it's tearing up everything. And the rice, however, is doing fine, but could be better. I saw some fields, they were getting them beaten on them pretty bad. It was pretty windy during the storm. It's really just a lot of that younger rice that'll struggle with that. Got a couple of fields that when you plow them up, they were crawfish pond and it wasn't catching too great, so we drained them. And so our plan is to plow them up, get them nice and level, fill in the boat ruts, and we're gonna plant some rice in it. Well, it's cutting it close because it's gonna be a very late crop. Normally you plant in March. This rice will be planted sometime early June, hopefully, no later than that. But I mean, it's already beginning of May, and before we know it, it's gonna be end of May, and we're gonna be running out of time to get it ready. It's not many acres, but you know, it takes time to work up the ground and get it level. So hopefully we can get a couple weeks of dry weather and get everything done and get it planted. But that's up to Mother Nature. We can't control that. So right here's a good example. This is a crawfish pond that we're draining right now, and we're gonna wait till it dries up, and we're gonna plow it up and get it real nice and neat. Get the boat ruts, get them out the way, because they're not bad, because we weren't crawfishing this field that long, so the boat ruts aren't too bad. We got a lot of combine ruts out here though, because we had to cut this field when it was wet, so that made a bunch of combine ruts out there. But we'll just plow that up. But I don't think we're gonna have to land level it. I think plowing it, and then we use our levee plow to close in the boat ruts. I think that'll be enough to close them in. But that's just an example of one of the fields we had to drain early because it was catching a bunch of peelers. And this late in the season, peelers aren't worth any money. So it's kind of like, it's pointless. You're basically losing money crawfishing a field like that this late in the year. And I mean, the last week or two we were running it, we were actually taking the peelers and we were peeling them for tail meat for ourselves. We weren't even selling them. So, you know, you were just losing money, and there's no reason to keep on fishing it. So we just pulled the pipes, and we're just gonna plant some rice in it, and it's gonna be one of the late fields for next year. We got this one, we got one other crawfish pond. So we got 3 total ponds that we drained that we're gonna be putting rice in after we plow them up when they get dry. And then borderlining it, we have the rice field right here. That's all the rice coming up nice and neat. It's coming up pretty good. Can't complain. That was one of the first fields we water planted. These roads are getting the best of me. I mean, if you look closely, I just backing up down the road to try and go pick up some more crawfish, and truck just wants to slide off the side of the road. I mean, this rain is just, you know, it helps for certain things. We did not need what is probably amounts up to over 8 inches of rain. we did not need that. That was too much. I mean, come on. All right, so it's a couple days later now. Luckily it's been sunny the past couple days, but this right here is one of the crawfish ponds that we drained, and we're gonna have to fix it up, get it nice and level. We got some boat ruts here that are holding water, and they're gonna hold water a good little ways just because they almost act like ditches in a way. All the water that sits in the main high spots will go into them, so they're gonna stay wet for a little bit longer here. Hopefully in about a week it'll be dry enough, can get in there and work it up. But the problem is we got a lot of real thick grass in this field, and it gets really viney at the bottom, and when it's viney like that and it's real thick, the plow can't really cut through it like it normally would. So I'm probably gonna have to hit it with some gambit or something to kill all the grass and everything, all the vegetation in there, so I don't have to worry about it. And hopefully it would die quick enough to where I can come in and burn it. That way it gets rid of a lot of that, and then it would be about ready to plow. But the problem is I can't just hit it with Roundup, because on the opposite side of this field, a guy has a rice field over there, and Roundup would blow and it would kill a lot of his rice. So can't really risk that. So something like Gambit, conventional herbicide, so it won't kill the rice. It's immune to it, but it'll kill all the grass and everything like that. But I might just for today, I got this little tractor over here. I'll probably hook up this little bush hog and go bush hog around the fields, the roads. We got our bigger tractor with our big bush hog, but I don't really need that. It's kind of overkill. I can do everything just fine with this little thing. Just take me a few more passes, that's all. And then after that, once it gets all nice and hot, I'll probably end up changing the oil in it. The engine oil. I done changed the fuel filters and stuff on it, so that's all good. But I'm trying to get rid of a lot of the grass along the levees on the outside of the field. That way, if I want to plow down the levees when we come work it up, it'll be a lot easier to do so. And it just keeps it cleaner. It don't look as messy. And I don't know what. I got a road that goes along the backside along the trees. It's kind of eroded in a few spots, so I'll probably go bush hog around those few areas, get it nice and cleaned up. Well, it happens to the best of us. I was backing up the bush hog right here by this drop pipe, and there's some real thick grass, and I backed up once and I got it. And I came forward and I backed up again, and sure enough, the tires just dropped down and there was no coming out of it. We got some mud on the tire. Most of that's not supposed to be there. We got all change done to it. Oh well. Well, I just got home. Ended up being able to finish bush hogging. I wasn't able to record a lot of it because it was all wet, and I was spinning a lot of spots, so I had to have both hands on the steering wheel and the gear shifter to be able to change gears when I needed to. I ended up going over some of the levees. I was bush hogging down the levees, and then I ended up, when I finished, I actually went in that crawfish pond that I showed, and I was making some ruts up and down in the boat ruts because I had some water that was getting blocked up in there. Because when you make boat ruts in the field, it pushes mud out on the outside of the boat rut, and it makes like a little hill, and then the rest of the field was holding water. So I was just making ruts in the boat rut with the tractor, and I was turning out and going back in to get some of that water to get into the little ditch that the tractor was making behind, and hopefully that'll help get a lot more of that water out the field, because it had a lot of spots where it was getting clogged up. It couldn't drain anywhere. And so we'll see how that does tomorrow. I got the crop guy coming out. He's gonna take a look at the grass, see what the best option would be to spray in that field, so we can get it out. Well, kill the grass really, and then burn it to get it out the way. and we'll just have to see after that. It may take a week to dry out. It's definitely way too soft. I mean, that tractor, it was spinning in a lot of spots, and I got lucky. I was able to make ditches in some of those areas because it started sinking real bad and spinning just because that ground's so soft from the crawfish pond. But I was able to get the oil changed on the tractor, and so that thing's all ready to go. Just see what the crop guy says in the morning. Get it sprayed. The sooner we can get it sprayed, the sooner that grass can die, and I can burn it, and that way the water will stop being held up in the spots where the grass is, because the sun's not hitting that ground, so it's just staying wet, and it's gonna stay wet until that grass is gone. But thanks for watching. I'll see y'all later.